Howdy, howdy, howdy. It's time to get rowdy, rowdy, rowdy. Welcome back to the Orlando Sentinels, second season, week 12. Now, we have a great matchup this week coming to you, as I promised in my previous post on my channel, that this game would be coming to you today, and it has the potential to be a barn burner. And I will get into that later when we start the game, but first things first, I thought with the outburst we had last game that we'd have some Player of the Week award winners, but apparently not. Nobody qualified, even though we had some pretty standout performances from several players. But apparently that wasn't good enough. But what it was good enough for is a whole slew of player upgrades, so we're going to go ahead and take care of that right now. Up first is the Pro Bowl superstar cornerback Aaron Kershaw, who is already amazing, and he's about to get even more amazing. We're going to go with his archetype, and he gets 4 upgrades: man coverage, play recognition, pursuit, and +2 tackling. You see his ratings. He's 94 man coverage. He gets a +2 bonus for the morale because we've been on a pretty big winning streak, 4 games in a row now, but that may be in jeopardy today. You see, not very good at zone coverage. I mean, 77 isn't terrible, but his play recognition and his man coverage is amazing. He's got very high press coverage as well. He's a little pesky guy. 87 jumping for a guy that's only 5'9". That might be why he's given up a lot of jump balls to taller receivers. Breakout linebacker London Bates, who's in a bit of a sophomore slump. He's not having a terrible season, but it's not as good as his previous ones. We're going to go ahead and invest in run stopping. He's already good in pass coverage, but our team is really struggling to stop the run, and he gets +2 agility. That is awesome. +1 block shedding, +1 pursuit, +1 tackling. So we can see he's got 86 speed, 93 tackling now. Block shedding is probably something he could work on. 79, and that did get an upgrade. His hit power's not terrible, but also not great. Pursuit's pretty good. Acceleration, very good. 91 acceleration is awesome. Play recognition's pretty good. Awareness, pretty good. Very good zone coverage. 84 zone coverage for a middle linebacker is good, and his agility is 89. Mark Spellman, the star rookie tight end. I've seen him making some big plays lately. We'll get his possession up. He's now an 85 overall. Wow, look, tight ends get a lot of upgrades. Acceleration, awareness, carrying, catching, impact blocking, juke move, medium route, pass blocking, pass block finesse, release, run blocking, and run block finesse. So working on some of the things that might not be part of his game is his blocking technique, and that always helps. Vernon Hunt, the left end that they're waiting to break out. I'm going to go ahead and we're just going archetype here. He gets 3 upgrades for the power rusher, awareness, pursuit, and strength. It's already pretty strong, so I was looking for more like block shedding or maybe power moves, but he's a 90 strength now, so hopefully that helps out. The rookie, hopefully future star corner, Marquis Wyrick. Go slot archetype here. And he gets 4 upgrades: man coverage, play recognition, +3 tackling, and now that he's an 80 overall, he gets an ability slot because he is a Superstar X player. Let's see what he got. He's got shutdown, so now he is a shutdown corner, as well as Aaron Kershaw. Houston Madsen, the rookie left end, trying to take over for Tanner Malone. We're going to go speed rusher. And he gets 3 upgrades: awareness, finesse moves, and tackle. So that's good. He's got 84 finesse moves. His tackling now is up to 81. Zaire Witherspoon, the slot corner. We'll go with slot archetype for him. He gets 4 upgrades: man coverage, play recognition, speed, and tackling. So now he's got 94 speed. I didn't realize he was that fast, probably because his agility and acceleration aren't as in the 90s. I would like to see those both in the 90s, but you take what you can get. Starting left tackle C.J. Ranovich. We're going to go power. And he gets 4 upgrades: awareness, impact, run block, power. Pass blocking isn't as good as I'd like for a left tackle, but again, this is a patchwork quilt offensive line. Nate Youngblood, we're going to go hybrid. And he gets 3 upgrades: awareness, man coverage, play recognition. Diamond McCoy, he is a special teams 5th string player. Probably not going to be on the team too much longer. He gets 5 upgrades: awareness, man coverage, play recognition, tackle, zone coverage. Backup strong safety Andrew Stringer. We've seen him make a couple plays on special teams and on defense here and there. He gets 5 upgrades: awareness, man coverage, press, speed, and tackling. So at strong safety, he is now 90 speed at strong safety, which is pretty, and 91 acceleration. That's very good. Rookie left guard Tyrone Holloman, we're going to go power archetype here. He only gets 2 upgrades: pass block, run block power. It's all stuff he needs to work on. He's just a balanced overall kind of generic lineman. Jalen McGowan, backup defensive end. Go power rusher. 3 upgrades for him. Artavius Baber, starting left outside linebacker now. He's supposed to be pass rusher. No. I'm going to go run stopper for him. That's what he is. If that power rusher archetype was closer to his main, I would have gone with it, but that's a little too far off for his development. He gets block shedding, hit power, play recognition, pursuit, and tackling. That's good. Jeremiah Spriggs. We'll go power for him. The right guard. He gets only 2 upgrades. Not great. Pass block power, run block power. Yeah. Backup middle linebacker Orlando Bolware. He gets 5 upgrades. Ricky LaMontagne, we've seen him make a couple of catches. We'll just go slot for him. He's a free agent, probably won't be back. He wants way too much money to be a 4th or 5th string wide receiver. And the other wide receiver, Aaron Posey, we've seen him make a couple of big catches here and there. We'll go with deep threat. He gets 3 upgrades: catch and traffic, deep route, medium route. Okay, so I told you there was a lot of upgrades. Sorry about that, but hey, you have a breakout game like that. And Marky Wyrick, of course, he just got shut down corner. Oh, he also has a strip specialist. Be nice to see some fumbles. We had quite a bit of them in our first season, but the second season, there's like no fumbles going on. We only have 2 fumbles on the season. So here you see the record. We have the 7-4 Dallas Cowboys coming to Sentinel Field, the last game of this home stretch, for the 8-3 Sentinels. And let's take a look at the league standings. The Explorers dropped a game, so the Sentinels extend their lead in this division. Looks like they could win it, but there's enough games and not that much separation that anybody could come up and take it in theory. Let's take a look at the standings overall. The best team in the league, the Conquistadors, we play them the very last game of the regular season. You see the Seahawks, Sentinels, Panthers all tied at 8-3. Cowboys, 7-4. Bears, Black Knights, Lions, and Cardinals all at 7-4. The Giants, we play them soon. Falcons, Tigers, Explorers, we're going to play them again. Snowhawks, Eagles, Egyptians, 49ers, Bulldogs, Wagers, Huskies, Saints, Bisons. A lot of these teams still in the like 500 range, so there's a lot of changing that could come to this playoff chase. So I know it's taken a little bit of time to get this game started. Trying to get to that a little quicker. Let's see what the Cowboys are going to wear. And yeah, okay. Let's see what we're going to wear. Yeah, let's go with our blue. I might be tempting fate here. We did well with the black pants and blue shoes last week. But this game is not going to be a cakewalk. Most of them aren't. They really haven't been for this team. They are not blowing anybody out by any stretch of the imagination. Last week's game was about as close to a blowout as they've had this season. All the games are usually within a field goal or a touchdown of each other, no matter how far of a lead they get out in front. They always seem to let the other team come back, or it's a nail-biter back and forth. And we're here in Orlando, Florida, hosting the America's team, Dallas Cowboys. I never really liked that moniker because, as a native of Baltimore, without a football team, Dallas was not a team I was rooting for even when we didn't have a football team. So let's take a look. We've got some overcast weather. It is not raining for the second game in a row. And here come the Orlando Sentinels coming out on the field. There's London Bates and Zaire Witherspoon, Tyson Kerr, and not Houston Madsen. It's Kiefer Sanders, number 83. See Vaughn Peterson, number 23. We're going to hear from him quite a bit. There's Houston Madsen, number 93. Kerry Kaplan, number 2. Vaughn Peterson, number 85 is Nelson Knorr. There's Kiefer Byrne, leading his offensive troops on the field. See Dalton Triplett with his fullback. We're going to need big things from him. He's having another great season, his third 1,000-yard season in a row. You see his performance last week, 120 yards and a touchdown on 16 carries. He broke that 52-yard long run. Also had a receiving touchdown. There's Coach Hennessy on the sidelines talking to his starting quarterback who had a breakout game for him last week. There's number 16. He is the starting quarterback for the Dallas Cowboys. We're going to go super sim slow. You know how we do it here. And let's get this game started. It will be Wes McGuire kicking off to Ellis Silver, number 44 for the Cowboys. He's got it at about the 5, runs it out to the 28. And here comes Marion Jackson leading his team. 3,265 yards, 20 touchdowns, 8 interceptions. He leads the league in passing. Everyone. He leads the NFL, not just the league. I don't know why that keeps popping up, because I've told it to go away and it never does. Marion Jackson starts out in shotgun. A handoff up the middle. Devon Peterson cuts it off left side. Doesn't get much of anything. Maybe a yard. A host of defenders. Peralta, Ivy, Hutchins, Underwood, and Bartell, the offensive linemen. McFadden, Silver, Peterson, Samuel, and Knorr, the skill players. And he got no gain on that first carry. Pump fake. Slings it deep and over the middle, but overthrows his wide receiver, number 85, Nelson Knorr. But let's talk about the defense. Houston Madsen, Sheldon Bates, Steve Cleveland, Vernon Hunt, Blanton, Bates, and Baber make up the linebacking core. And in the secondary, Aaron Kershaw, Nate Youngblood, LaMarcus Blades, and Marquis Wyrick. This is a unit that's going to get tested because this Cowboys offense is 4th in the game of football overall. And deep over the middle, leaping catch by number 82. That is the starting tight end, Ron Samuel, who has amazing hands, 90 catching on that tight end. He's an 88 overall superstar tight end, and he is going to be a primary target, along with number 17, Travis McFadden, his speedy star wideout. Nelson Knorr also has amazing hands, and all of these receivers are physical receivers. They like to catch the ball in traffic, have very high ratings in that, a lot of them with 90s and high 80s for catching traffic. So a first down there near midfield, empty backfield, over the middle, number 17, there he is, Travis McFadden. 7 yards on that catch. Fires it out to the right side. Nope, yep, right side. To number 85, Nelson Knorr, the number 2 wide receiver. So this passing offense is 1st in the league, putting up 3,265 yards and 20 passing touchdowns, which is good for 10th place in the league. The rushing offense isn't terrible either, because Vaughn Peterson is the leading rusher in the NFC, so we have the 2 leading rushers in both leagues going head-to-head today. So the rushing offense is ranked 15th, gaining just over 1,000 yards, or just under 1,100 yards, with 1097, and 10 rushing touchdowns, is tied for 12th. And there is a false start on the offense. It's going to back them up on third down. That's a pretty crucial penalty. Instead of 3rd and 6, it's now 3rd and 11. Man in motion is number 17, Travis McFadden. A short pass over the middle, caught by number 88, D. Wayne Murray, the slot receiver. Strong receiving veteran of 32 years old. He's a superstar X-player. Has amazing hands, great concentration and catching traffic. He's being trailed by Aaron Kershaw. And Kershaw slowed him down enough for Marquis Wyrick on the other side to bring him down. So punting it away will be Brent Simpson. And back to return it. Well, to watch it bounce in the end zone would have been Tyson Kerr. So at the 20-yard line, here comes Kiefer Byrne. You can see his touchdown to interceptions. He's finally in the positive in that department. It took a little while. He has been benched for a couple of games because of a shoulder injury, but it just also happened to coincide with him not having a very good season. And there's a fake handoff. Wide over the middle, almost picked off. I'm trying to see the number. That looks like number 33 of the defense. Let's see who that was. See Perry Wood, Tyson Kerr, Triplett, Spellman, and White. Number 33 would have been Sean Wood, the slot corner. So 2nd and 10. And there's a handoff. Triplett cuts it off to the left and picks up a few on that carry. See the 3-4 defense. Devon Silver, Heath, and Buchanan up front. Amos, Trout, Larson, and Goddard. And in the secondary, Boss, Walls, Kirkland, and McLean. They are missing their star middle linebacker, Donnell Charles, and it could be a career ender. He's out for 48 weeks. Byrne fires it out to the left side to Dalton Triplett out of the backfield. That's good enough for a first down. Dalton Triplett is not just a one-dimensional player. He is one of the leading receivers on this team. They like to get the ball into his hands, and with his elusiveness, he can make people miss, but give credit to the defense to be right on top of him to make a sure tackle. See number 33 and 22. Number 33 is Sean Wood, and number 22... I'm looking for a number 22. I don't see a number 22. It's probably Kerry McLean, the second corner. There's a pass for no gain. And up the middle, cuts to the right. Picks up maybe 4. Give him 3. It's 3rd and 7. Byrne in shotgun. Flanked to his left by a running back. Drops back. Over the middle, and Spellman can't hold on. Falls incomplete. And that'll be a stalled drive for the Sentinels offense, which has improved with the performance last week. They are 12th in total offense with just under 4,000 yards, 3,992. The passing offense is now 25th in the league. That's up 2 spots. Parsons punts it away. Another big booming punt. Drops at the 10 and dies and downed. Trying to see who might have gotten a hand on that at the 7-yard line. See if we can get a number on the player. It is, looks like number 25. That would be Julius Lamb, who's been a special teams ace. And here comes Marion Jackson. That's Travis McFadden, number 17. Empty backfield. Spreading out everything wide. Interesting choice. He drops back from his end zone and fires it incomplete to the left. No gain on first down. The Sentinels defense has been stingy against the pass this year. And another pass fired out incomplete to the right side. So he's trying to go over the middle and he's inaccurate. That is the one knock on Marion Jackson. Has a strong arm, but not the most accurate. Drops back to pass again, all kinds of time. Deep over the middle, a leaping interception. Aaron Kershaw. That is his second interception of the season after breaking out with 5 last year. He's been around the ball a lot this year, breaking up a lot of passes, but hasn't been able to come away with too many of them this year. But he gets his hands on that. A one-handed leaping interception. He's trying to go to number 88, his trusty wide receiver, Dwayne Murray. And just an errant throw. And the Sentinels are going to start with fantastic field position for their second drive of the game. There's Perry Wood, big-time receiver, 6'4", 230 pounds. And Byrne drops back to pass. He fires it off to the right, and it's hauled in by Donnell White, who is really establishing himself as a playmaker for this Sentinels offense. There's a handoff up the middle, draw, and there's Triplett weaving his way through traffic. A good gain of, I'm going to say, 8 yards. I'll wait for the spotter. You can see his numbers on the season and last week. By far and away the leading rusher in the league. The next closest person, which is Von Peterson, is about 300 yards behind him. So he got 7 on that carry. Empty backfield for Byrne. Has time over the middle, and that's incomplete. Threw it into traffic. Looks like he was going to Dalton Triplett out of the backfield. Give credit to the coverage of the Cowboys. And there's another handoff up the middle. Triplett has jukes to the right, almost in the end zone, down at the 1. So the Sentinels, first and goal, threatening to put a touchdown on the board. But it isn't as easy as that. This Cowboys defense is also one of the best in the league. They're ranked 9th overall, allowing 3,709 yards. They're 6th in the league with points allowed with 236. Pass defense is 10th. The run defense is 14th. And they hand off left side with a leading fullback. And diving for the end zone is the rookie Niles McKell. We've seen him getting the power runs in short yardage situation, and he has converted a lot of them this year. So Niles McKell making the first man miss and dives for the end zone. Touchdown Sentinels, and they're out to an early 6-0 lead, pending the PAT, of course. Wes McGuire on for the PAT. Nothing is automatic in this game, I've learned. But he gets that one through, and it is an early 7-0 lead for the Sentinels. The interception led directly to points, and Marion Jackson's going to be looking to rebound from that drive. So 2 very evenly matched teams on paper as far as their offense and defense. Could be a lot of points exchanged between these 2 teams. And that kick is returned by Silver. He gets it out to the 26. And the Cowboys are setting up shop, looking to respond after the turnover. Let's see how Marion Jackson responds. You can see 3-7, 26 yards in that costly turnover. Been a little bit erratic. Maybe the emotion's a little high. They are coming off of a loss last week to drop the record to 7-4. And there's a fake handoff. He's got all kinds of times. Hits the man in the flat. It is number 83. Looks like the second tight end, Marshawn Morton, for a gain of 8. And they fake the handoff. He rolls out, and there's Houston Madsen to meet him in the backfield for another sack. Houston Madsen, that is his 3rd sack in 3 games. He is really coming on lately since moving to this 4-3. He was trying to fill in the outside linebacker spot voided by Tanner Malone as he left in a contract dispute this season. Wanted his big money after coming off a 13-sack season last year. Got traded to the Elks for a 2nd-round pick. And hasn't really gone well for Tanner Malone. He's got 2.5 sacks on the season now. And on 3rd and 11, Jackson throws it over the middle. It's batted away to fall harmlessly to the turf. Looks like he was just trying to get it to Peterson over the middle. Let's take another look at this. Yeah, he was going to Peterson. That's Denario Blanton, who has moved to outside linebacker. A speedy, undersized middle linebacker, about 205 pounds, but he fits perfectly in this pass coverage defense. Booting it away once more. is the punter, Brent Simpson. He's going to allow that to bounce in the end zone. Does Tyson Kerr for a touchback. So far, this Sentinels offense has gotten the better of the Cowboys defense. Byrne comes out with an empty backfield. Comes the rush, he avoids it, slings it out to Perry Wood, who makes a move and gets his way up past the first down marker. I'm going to give him a gain of 13 on that catch. Strong catch and run after the catch by Perry Wood. Burns back to pass again, has all kinds of time, gets rid of it, slings it out to the left, and Perry Wood makes the reception in the flat, but that's probably going to go for no gain. That was an awkward-looking play. Byrne out to Ricky LaMontagne, number 80. We're going to see LaMontagne and Aaron Posey stepping up with the injury to Chris Bradley, who's going to miss the rest of the regular season, the next 4 weeks. Byrne back to pass again, over the middle deep, and that is brought in by the rookie tight end, Mark Spellman, who is really getting involved in this offense since coming back from his injury that forced him to miss 4 weeks. It's unfortunate because he is up around 5th place in Offensive Rookie of the Year voting, and it would have been interesting to see where he would be had he been able to stay on the field this whole season. But they expect big things out of that man. Single back now, twin tight ends to the left. Hand off to the right side. Dalton Triplett weaves his way up through the middle for a gain of a few. Looks like it was designed to go to the right side. He didn't like what he saw there and cut it back up the middle for a gain of 4. We're going empty backfield again, cross midfield. And out to the left, wide open. It looks like Tyson Kerr in open field, streaking down the field, down at the 6. Tyson Kerr is a weapon. You get the ball in his hands and you never know what might happen. He scores through the air, scores on the ground, scores on kickoff returns and punt returns. Tyson the Blur Kerr. And you see it right there. Gets the catch and immediately takes off downfield. Makes poor number 22, Kerry McLean, miss. He tackled a ghost. And London Bates really fired up on the sideline. You see Vernon Hunt there. Sheldon Bates, the big D tackle. And it's 1st and goal from the 6. Kenyon Tomlinson, the fullback, checks in up the middle, and Triplett almost has a touchdown down at the 1. Like a rocket up the middle. And they go again to Tyson Kerr in the backfield. He's going to lose 3. The defense of the Cowboys is not fooled, and there's number 71, Denard Taylor, in the backfield to meet Tyson Kerr. Just powered by the block of C.J. Radovich, the left tackle, couldn't contain his block. 3rd and goal from the 4. Single back, that's Triplett in the backfield. They flank him out to the right. Back to pass, here comes the rush, he slings it away. And over the middle is Perry Wood. Scary Perry. The 6'4" physical wide receiver gets a touchdown. He has not found the end zone in quite a long time. The offense has really gone backwards in the passing game for most of the season. Perry Wood blew up last year, over 1,000 yards and double-digit touchdowns. I believe he had 12. And his numbers are down this year. He's about 600 yards now with that catch. And that might have been maybe his 1st or 2nd touchdown. They really have not gotten the ball through the air in the end zone much this season. But that puts 14 points on the board with the PAT from Wes McGuire, and things are looking good early for the Sentinels. Shaq Hennessy very proud of his guys, coming out looking sharp, continuing what they finished off last week. Wes McGuire kicks it off. This should be Ellis Silver. Returns it at the 5, brings it out to the 25, puts on a move, and he'll be stopped there at the 26 by Virgil Hyde, number 29. Even though this is looking like a potential blowout, like I said, you cannot count out Dallas. They have a very potent offense that could explode at any minute, especially in the passing game. And there's a handoff up the middle, and Peterson picks up 5 on that carry. That is also another dimension to their game. They are just as equally lethal through the air as they are on the ground. Back to passer comes the rush, and he will fire it out to the left side to nobody. And 4 out of 10, so Marion Jackson having trouble connecting with his wide receivers early on. And this one goes deep over the middle for a wide open number 85, Nelson Knorr. It's a nice 17-yard pickup for a first down, just what his quarterback needed to keep this drive going. You see Marquis Wyrick was playing in a soft zone. Aaron Kershaw wasn't there either. Just a heady play by the wide receiver to find the soft spot in the zone. And they are at midfield now. Fires out to the left, and miscommunication between Travis McFadden and the quarterback, and that leads to another incompletion. 2nd and 10. They fake the handoff to Peterson. Here comes Vernon Hunt, the other defensive end, and he gets a sack. So the pass rush of the Sentinels finally waking up. That's Vernon Hunt's 5th sack. That makes him in 2nd place behind Sheldon Bates, the D tackle, who has 6 on the season. And Houston Madsen has to be creeping up there too. I believe he's got 4 or 5 on the season now. So the change to the 4-3 defense has woken up this defense's pass rush, which has been really struggling this year for the Sentinels. And he's got all kinds of time. Here comes a rush. He's just going to check it down to the running back. Peterson makes a man miss and almost had enough for a first down. A great effort by Vernon Peterson. Just shy of a first down. It looked like it was going to be a minimal gain, but he was able to juke out, looks like Denario Blanton, and just ran circles around him. It's not easy to do. Blanton is a very speedy linebacker, but you can see just how elusive Peterson is. Very speedy. He's got 95 speed. Lots of agility and acceleration to go with it. And you saw his moves right there. Could have almost extended the drive, so here comes their punter one more time. Brent Simpson. And this punt is going to go out of bounds at the 3. A great punt from Brent Simpson, doing his best Spencer Parsons imitation. And that's going to back up the Sentinels in their own goal line almost. They come out jumbo package with a fullback and hand it off to Triplett up the middle, who's got room. Picks up, I'm going to say, 7 on that carry. That's going to do it for the first quarter with the Orlando Sentinels up 14-0 and looking for a first down to get them out of their own territory, and if they have to punt it away, to get more room for Spencer Parsons. It's now single back, 2nd and 3. And there's another handoff up the middle, and Triplett goes nowhere on this carry. Met in the backfield by a combo of players, no gain. 3rd and 3. Byrne back to pass. Has some time, and he'll check it down to the running back, Dalton Triplett, out of the backfield, and he powers his way forward. Looks to be a first down, and it is. Give credit to Triplett to haul in the errant pass. He had to go upstairs for it. Pulled it in, fought his way through a defender to pick up the first down. And this is, we've talked about it before, the dimension we had not seen from Dalton Triplett earlier in his career. Was more prone to let his speed and agility and put on moves. But now he's added the power dimension where he's just fighting through tackles and bowling over people to pick up those extra yards. 1st and 10 from the 13. Byrne back to pass. Scrambles a little bit, and what a great catch. The pass was behind Perry Wood, but he reached out those long arms and snagged it in to make a great catch over the middle and pick up another first down. Perry Wood is amazing, folks. Not going to beat you downfield, although we saw a little bit of that last season. But he's just going to make those tough physical catches over the middle and make you pay if you're a secondary player. Look at that. Number 54, the linebacker, Kyrie Troop, tried to pick it off, but no dice. And Kiefer Byrne is on fire today. There's a handoff up the middle. Makes a man miss. Tyson Clare, he's off to the races. The 40, the 30, one man to beat, the 10, 5, touchdown, Tyson Kerr, the blur. A 73-yard run right up the middle. And once he gets in the open field, there's not too many people in this league that are going to catch that man from behind. He is a gifted, speedy runner. And you can see the danger that he poses whenever he gets the ball in space. Look at the blocking. He had one man to beat, he made that man miss, and then it was off to the races and nobody's catching him. Tyson the Blur Kerr. And that is a 3-touchdown lead for the Sentinels early in the second quarter. You have to wonder how much the departure of the starting middle linebacker Donnell Charles, who is their best, one of their best defensive players, and their captain on the defense, losing him for the season, potentially career. We'll try to keep an update on that because you don't see too many injuries that last that long. We'll see if that's a career ender or if he'll be able to come back next year. Wes McGuire kicks it off deep in the end zone, and that's going to be a touchback. Ellis Silver not able to run that one back. We've talked about this Sentinels defense before. We know that they are tops in the league against the pass. They are overall number 3, so that gives you an idea just how strong the pass defense is. They're first in the league. And there's a run off right side. Peterson puts on a move, but he's going to be stopped by Denario Blanton. It's still a healthy pickup of 7 yards on first down for the star running back. And here's a handoff up the middle, and he's going to weave his way through to pick up a couple more yards, and a tackle made by Aaron Kershaw. 3rd and 1. A lot of beef up there on the front 4. Back to pass, over the middle, and incomplete again. Marion Jackson just not able to connect with his receivers today. It's a little bit of miscommunication, maybe the noise of the home crowd factoring in. And you can kind of see what he was going for there, but don't know if it's his inaccuracy or just wide receiver and quarterback not being on the same page. Brent Simpson punts it away. Kerr is going to field it. And if there's any knock on Kerr, it's what you just saw there. We've seen this numerous times where he should fair catch and just does not. And that has led to a problem once or twice in his career so far. See the numbers for Triplett: 7 carries, 32 yards. The exclamation point by Tyson Kerr on that 73-yard touchdown run. And here's Triplett up the middle, and he's going to get bottled up right at the line of scrimmage. Looks like number 98 for the defense. I'm going to double check that. That would be Jonathan Person. Byrne back to pass over the middle, and that is hauled in by Donnell White, his second catch of the ball game, and Byrne is almost perfect. 11 for 14. He's over 100 yards for the game. Still fairly early in this second quarter. We'll touch on the Sentinels defense again once they get back on the field. Got I formation now. Kenyon Tomlinson, the lead blocker, fakes the handoff, and deep to the right, a leaping catch. Oh no, dropped by Mark Spellman. Had it in his hands, but a great play by number 47, Darrell Walls, the strong safety, to bat it away. 2nd and 10, off right side. Kerr spin move, and nice support there by number 21, Devontae Boss. 95 zone coverage corner with 94 speed. 3rd and 9, Byrne over the middle to Triplett, and he's not going to pick up a first down on this one. Clamping down for the defense was number 33, Sean Wood, the slot corner, making the stop for a rare stop so far in this game for the offense. And we're going to see Spencer Parson punting it away to Von Peterson. Their starting running back is also their #1 punt returner. Not so sure I would go with that, but to each their own. We've seen some blocks this year on special teams, but this snap goes away without a eye, and that's going to pop into the end zone for a touchback. Bounces off the crossbar and goes straight up in the air. I don't think I've ever seen that before. So let's see what Marion Jackson can do with this offense with just under 10 minutes to go before the half. So far, it has not worked out too well. Misfires with his receivers. The running game has been pretty good in spots, but down this much, they're going to have to start passing. And he's got all kinds of time. Here comes the rush, deep over the middle, and able to hold on through heavy contact. That's the veteran receiver, Dwayne Murray. The superstar ex-32-year-old veteran, able to bring in a crucial catch. And there's another short reception. It's Von Peterson out of the backfield for a pickup of 3. We were talking about the Sentinels defense, and there's a run up the middle for minimal gain, if any. But to give you an idea just how good the pass defense is, they're first in the league. The defense is #3 overall, but the run defense is last in the league by far. And there's a wide open pass over the middle. Number 82 making the reception. That's Ron Samuel, the receiving tight end specialist. Good speed, great hands. And you leave a man that wide open, it's going to be hard to miss him. So the Cowboys are going to have the ball in Sentinels territory as they try to put some points on the board for the first time of the ball game. And there's a delayed handoff up the middle, and Ellis Silver with the carry, and going to get 4 yards on the carry up the middle. That has been the Achilles heel of the Sentinels defense, is the run game. They try a little trick play, a wide receiver screen out to the right, and the rookie Marquis Wyrick able to stop it. You see that sleeve he's wearing on his left arm. That is from the elbow injury he suffered that caused him to miss 4 weeks, right at the same time Mark Spellman went down. And when those two went down, that was the 3-game losing streak this team went on. So is there some coincidence there? I think not. 3rd and 9, dropping back. Here comes the rush. He gets it away deep, and making a leaping catch is number 81, the 3rd tight end. Nope. Got 2 number 81s on their offense. That can't be right. I'm going to say that's probably the wide receiver Jamal Carman, who is 6'5" and looks like a tight end. And not the 3rd tight end, Keenan Henry, who I also have listed as number 81. So I've made a mistake on my scouting board here. But inside the red zone, Marion Jackson fires it, checks it down underneath, and there is, whoa, what a great play. I think that was number 82, Ron Samuel, on that reception. Tackle made by Orlando Bolware. They fake the handoff and fires to the end zone. Able to bat it away in the end zone, denying the touchdown. So 2nd and goal from the 2, I formation. A handoff to Peterson. He cuts it back and staggers into the end zone for a touchdown. Von Peterson. I believe that is his 5th touchdown of the season. And gets his Cowboys on the board. You see that play was designed to go up the middle. And the Sentinels had that blocked off. Peterson, smart enough to recognize it, cut it off to the right side, and nobody was home for the Sentinels. That is for the PAT, their kicker, Brian Holt, who has his struggles. He's missed 7 field goals on the year and 3 extra points. So not anything automatic for him. The 34-year-old veteran kicker struggling this year. And it's Brent Simpson who kicks it off, the punter. to the awaiting Tyson Kerr, who fields it at about the 4, and he takes off up the middle, and wow, gets walloped by number 52 of the defense. That is Khalik Larson, putting a pop on Tyson Kerr and stopping him dead in his tracks at the 27. You see the numbers for Kiefer Byrne, very good so far. He's got 1 touchdown on the board so far. It's I formation time. And a short pass out to the right side to Perry Wood, who weaves his way through a little bit of traffic. That's going to be, they're going to call it a lateral behind the line of scrimmage and a run of 1 yard. And there's a delayed handoff left side. Tyson Kerr's, or Dalton Triplett's got blocking off the left side. Number 21 able to cut him off at the corner. Devontae Boss, that could have been a touchdown saving tackle right there. Usually when Triplett gets in the open field, he is gone too. But great blocking by C.J. Radovich to seal off the left side for him. And the corner, who got caught up in the middle, makes a great tackle in the open field. Lots of motion on this play for the Sentinels. Byrne back to pass. Checks it down to number 27 out of the backfield. Dalton Triplett, the dual threat. Empty backfield into Cowboys territory, past the 50. And plenty of time. Oh, he made the catch and through contact couldn't hold on as Donnell White drops the pass, which would have been a first down. 3rd and 5 now. Got to hold on to those kind of catches. And Byrne fires it again. This one is Ricky LaMontagne, number 80, makes a first down catch. The young man getting a chance to prove himself in his walk year. He wants quite a bit of money. He's looking for about $2.5 million per year, and he is not near the top of the depth chart. He's got Perry Wood, Donnell White, Chris Bradley, who was a first-round draft pick. I don't think LaMontagne is going to work his way up the pecking order, and for that kind of money, the Sentinels think they can find a replacement in the draft or perhaps free agency. There is a carry up the middle for Tyson Kerr. He doesn't get much on that one, if anything. Give him 2 yards. There's Donnell White in motion across the formation, and they get it to him out of the backfield, and he's not going to get very far. No gain. So the Sentinels going with some trickery. It hasn't really panned out for him so much. And here comes a rush up the middle. It's picked up. Got plenty of block. Oh, and in and out of the hands of Ricky LaMontagne. That could have been a huge catch. But the young man, second-year player, doesn't see much action on the field. And there you see it. He had his hands on it. You got to make those catches in this league if you want to stay in it. Here comes Kiefer Byrne. Wes McGuire for the field goal attempt. It's up and through the uprights to extend the lead. A field goal for Wes McGuire, which inside the 50 is pretty much automatic for him. It's when you get 50 yards and beyond that is the trouble. He's got a powerful leg. Said it before, one of the strongest legs in the league. But something just happens. He's got good kicking accuracy, but maybe just some jitters that come in. You know, you miss a couple and it starts to play on your head. It's 50 yards or more. I mean, he's made one from 59 yards last season. So far, his long on the year is 51. The longest in the league this year is 57. So starting out at the 25-yard line after the kickoff. Here comes the pass rusher. Vernon Hunt on the blind side for another sack. That's his second of the game. And if there is a weak spot on this offense, it is the offensive line. They do have a great left tackle in Rhett Peralta, but that's where this pass rush came from. Peralta has let up 14 sacks on the season, which is quite a bit. But he is their strongest offensive lineman. They are not very strong across the rest of the formation. So if the pass rush is going to get healthy, this would be a game to get it done. And we've seen the pass rush step it up in the last few games. 2nd and 18 now. Jackson pass, slings it out to Peterson out of the backfield, makes Zaire Witherspoon miss, but right there to back him up. Didn't see, I think that might be Denario Blanton, number 58, that cleaned up that tackle after a gain of 2. 3rd and a long 16. And they're just going to give him a draw play. There's LaMarcus Blades on the tackle, number 42. The Sentinels are going to take a timeout, try to preserve some clock, see if they can put another drive together with just under 2 minutes to go in the half. Brent Simpson punts it away. Tyson Kerr's got some blocking downfield, and number 26 is able to make a tackle. Mike Palmer on special teams after a short return. See, Tyson Kerr, limited carries, but did the damage on that 70-yard touchdown run. He just took a draw up the middle and found some open field and took off like a jet down the field. Nobody could catch him. Byrne back to pass, has all kinds of time, steps up in the pocket, slings it deep downfield to the right, out of bounds. Looked like he was going for Mark Spellman. Spellman wants a flag, but that was not catchable and way out of bounds anyway. Here comes the rush. He gets it away, and able to come up with a clutch catch is Mark Spellman on the sideline. Give him a gain of 2. And he fires it out to the right side, out of bounds. So Byrne getting a little trigger happy as the pass rush started getting a little bit too close. Looks like he was going for Donnell White and just overthrew it. Maybe didn't see anything much anyway with the double coverage, just threw it where nobody could get it, which is not a bad play. That's a smart play for the rookie. Not trying to force something that isn't there. Spencer Parsons punts it away. And that's going to bounce into the end zone. That one didn't check up for the master of placing it inside the 20. Marion Jackson looking to put this game a little bit closer and within reach. Having all kinds of trouble with Vernon Hunt and Houston Manson. Been sacked 3 times already this game. Threw a pick, an interception which led to 6 points. And they're setting up a screen, and it falls incomplete as the pass rush got up in his face. So just over a minute to go. They do have all their timeouts, so if they hit a big play here, they could go for a field goal. Here comes the rush up the middle. He checks it down to Travis McFadden in the flat, who picks up 3 yards along that right sideline. That will stop the clock. And they're going to set up a screen here. Here comes the rush, and he gets it away, and there goes Von Peterson. Picks up the first down. They're going to take the first timeout. 49 seconds. Got to figure they're going to be going through the air quite a bit here. And they do. He drops back to pass, and there's a short pass to Dwayne Murray. Superstar ex-veteran slot wide receiver. 2nd and 5, 44 seconds after the timeout, and there's a deep pass over the middle, broken up. Looks like a combination of Aaron Kershaw and Marquis Wyrick on the coverage, and that pass falls incomplete. Fakes the handoff, has a time deep out to the right side. He had a man look like Travis McFadden, but couldn't dial up the pass. Overthrows it. And this drive is going to lead to another punt, you'd have to figure. There's a strong wind blowing today, so perhaps the wind a factor. Brent Simpson to punt it away to Kerr one more. He's going to wave this one off. It checks up and just trickles into the end zone for a touchback. With 29 seconds to go and only 1 timeout, you figure at up 24-7 that the Sentinels are going to be content with just running this clock out to get to the half. And they line up in I formation, so that looks like what's going to be ordered. Dalton Triplett behind Kenya Tomlinson, the fullback. And indeed, they run it up the middle, and Triplett's going to power his way forward for about 5. Give him 6, and then is a timeout taken. I'm not sure why. Not really a need to push the ball downfield on a Hail Mary. With 20 seconds left on the clock, it's I formation again. This looks like perhaps Tyson Kerr in the backfield. Nope, that is, looks like Niles McKell, and he'll inch forward for, looks like 3 yards. And that's going to do it for the half, with the Sentinels up big 24-7 at halftime. We'll take a look at the halftime totals, and you can see the passing yards 138 to 151, but the difference is the ground game, with the Sentinels with 144 and the Cowboys with only 25, it looked like. Up in Toronto, the Huskies are taking on the Explorers, and the Huskies are out 14-0 at halftime. Explorers are currently second place in the division with the Sentinels. Out in Washington, and it's the 49ers up 17-7 over Washington at the half. Erickson with 2 touchdowns, and Rodgers throwing an interception. Rodgers is one of the better passers in the league. Don't count out the Washington team. And in Dublin, Ireland, Arizona comes in and is up 14-3 at the half. Bates with the touchdown for the Cardinals, along with Smith. And there's the big run by Tyson Kerr, who made a man miss with the juke move. Walls could not bring him down from behind. And that's what started the big-time offensive push by the Sentinels. And it's been all Sentinels so far. There's Brent Simpson to kick it off to start the half. Kerr fields it at the 5, and he takes off. He's got some blocking downfield, gets trapped behind some blocking, and he'll bring it out to the 28. Let's see what kind of halftime adjustments these Cowboys make. You got to figure Shaq Hennessy's like, hey, just keep doing what you're doing. Byrne has really turned things around these last couple of games so far. Could this be the breakout they were looking for? It's a little too soon to tell, and they're going to start just like they ended the second quarter. I formation. They fake the handoff. Byrne has all kinds of time and hauled in for a nice reception. Donnell White, his 3rd catch of the game. And Byrne is on the money. Byrne has all the tools you need. He has a very accurate arm. Maybe not the strongest arm in the world, but it's definitely NFL adequate. Sometimes has trouble connecting on the deeper passes downfield. That is a development they were trying to get by bringing in Chris Bradley. They didn't have a lot of speed at the wide receiver position, but Bradley is a speed burner for sure. There's another play action fake, and deep over the middle, bobbled. Donnell White had it bounce out of his hands, and Mark Spellman almost came down with it in traffic. They faked the delayed handoff. Check it out. Checks it down. Trying to see, that looked like Aaron Posey they were trying to get the ball to, but that pass was nowhere near him. 3rd and 10. Byrne with all kinds of time. Scans the field, and here comes the rush. He's not going to get away. That is a sack, the first one of the game, by number 96, Devon Silver, the defensive end. Just never gave up on the pass rush. This is something we've seen from Byrne in the past, where he just kind of, you can kind of see what he's trying to do. He's trying to make a big play happen, but in your development, you got to learn that you're not always going to have that opportunity. The pass rush is coming. You got to get rid of the ball. Discretion is the better part of valor. He's been taking a lot of sacks for big losses. Parsons to punt it away. And that's going to go in the end zone for a touchback. So at the own 20, the Cowboys are going to start their second half potential surge. That's what they're going to be looking for. They are capable. Arthur Bay has his team out to a winning record so far this season at 7-4, but overall he's 12-14. This team has not been to the playoffs under his direction. Jackson fires over the middle. Looked like Blanton was trying to knock it away, but missed. And that is a 9-yard completion to start the drive. Handoff up the middle, and big Sheldon Bates there meets him, but not enough. Peterson spins through the tackle to pick up the first. No, he does not pick up the first down. Bates was able to stop him. 3rd and inches. Another handoff up the middle, and this time he's going to leak forward just enough for the first down to keep the drive going. It's Aaron Stringer, the backup strong safety, with the tackle. So far, this game is not what I had expected, and probably not what a lot of experts expected, with the high-octane offense, both passing and running, of the Cowboys against this defense. And there is a short pass out to the right to number 85, Nelson Knorr, that goes nowhere, 1 yard. As Marquis Wire clamped down on that real quick. And there's a run off the left side. Ellis Silver, he puts a move, cuts upfield, and a nice gain. I'm going to say 7 yards on that carry. Back up Ellis Silver. Drops back to pass and misses his man over the middle. Incomplete, and that's going to stall this drive out. Marion Jackson having all kinds of trouble connecting with his wide receivers. And you have to think it's the game conditions today. It's a sunny day, but perhaps later in the afternoon a thunderstorm coming in, making some pressure gradients for that wind kicking up. Kerr will let this one bounce at the 5 and check into the end zone for a touchback. Dalton Triplett in the first half, 11 carries, 59 yards. Had that big run off to the left that number 21 Devontae Boss was able to make a tackle in the open field to stop what could have been a long touchdown run. And here comes Kiefer Byrne having a strong half. Looking to repeat. He fires it over the middle of the wide open Mark Spellman, who streaks downfield and powers through a tackle past the 50-yard line. Mark Spellman turning out to be that big playmaker they thought he could be from the tight end position. A 6'6", 240-pound wide receiver. Was kind of a hybrid player in college. He did line up at tight end, but was used more as a wide receiver in college. And Shaq Hennessy looked at his profile and said, you know what, as a wide receiver, maybe not as dynamic as he would be as a tight end. And there's a wide receiver screen to Donnell White, who's going to pick up maybe a yard or two. Not fooling this Cowboys defense. Back to pass as Byrne has plenty of time out to the left, and that's going to be out of the range of Mark Spellman, who's made some fantastic catches today. 3rd and 9 at 4 yards into Cowboys territory. Deep over the middle, a leaping catch by Perry Wood over the middle. And Kiefer Byrne is over 200 yards now in the 3rd quarter. And another great 3rd down catch by the main man, Scary Perry Wood. The 6'4", 230-pound wide receiver, just his athleticism belies his size. See, number 47 couldn't break in enough time. That's Darrell Walls, the starting strong safety. 1st down, threatening to get into red zone territory. There is a delayed handoff off the middle, and Dalton Triplett takes off like a rocket and picks up close to a 1st down, 2nd and inches on that carry by Dalton Triplett. And now it looks like Tyson Kerr is in the backfield. It is Perry Wood going in motion, but the catch is made by Donnell White for a short pickup in traffic. So at the 7, it's 1st down, and the Sentinels are threatening to put another touchdown. Arthur Bay can't believe his defense, which is normally very good. They are 9th overall. As we said before, the pass defense is 10th, and the run defense is 14th. They have 9 interceptions, which is good enough for 11th in the league. They forced 24 turnovers and have 23 sacks on the year. I formation. Triplets in the backfield. They fake the handoff, and there's a throw out of the back of the end zone sent some pressure, got rid of it. That is a smart play. That is something that Byrne is not always want to do. And there's a delayed handoff. Triplett cuts it back up the middle. He's going to have a touchdown. Dalton Triplett with his 6th touchdown on the ground this season, having a fantastic year, and that blocking was just very good. I was looking for a better descriptive word than that, but very good, I think, fits. The blocking at times is questionable for this team, but Dalton Triplett has made it work. The pass blocking seems to be more of an issue than the run blocking. We've seen the offensive linemen get downfield, throw some blocks that spring the runs, but a combination of some younger players and a patchwork quilt offensive line and Kiefer Burns' indecision lead to a lot of sacks. But this is a 31-7 rout about halfway through the 3rd quarter. Jackson and the Cowboys offense are going to have to make something happen here if they want to keep in this ball game. They have the talent to do it. As we stated before, Marion Jackson, leading passer in the league with passing yards. He's, I believe, definitely within the top 10 on touchdowns. He drops back to pass here and overthrows it again. The closest player was number 52, London Bates, for the defense. And this turf here, this field in Orlando is not playing well with Marion Jackson today, but he completes that one to Nelson Knorr over the middle for a 1st down. So there we go. Sometimes it just takes one. There's a low snap. He gets it away to Von Peterson, who can't shake free of Houston Madsen, but only a yard for all that hard work. Dropping back to pass. There's a man deep over the left sideline, but overthrew him by a lot. 3rd and 9. And Marion Jackson, again, is struggling to just get the ball in his receiver's hands. And he's going to set up a screen. Peterson catches it out of the backfield. Can't make a man miss with the spin move. That's Zaire Witherspoon, the slot corner, able to come up and make the tackle to save the 1st down. See, just trying to get some confidence in easy completion. Peterson did make a big play out of a pass like that earlier in the game. But this time, Zaire Witherspoon able to stay with the tackle, making a solid open field tackle. And Simpson to punt it away. Kerr gonna let this one bounce. And, oh, saving it at the, no. Oh my goodness. I think the special teams player just whiffed on downing it at the 1, and then it bounced into the end zone for a touchback. That could have been a potentially huge play. And they're going to come out in I formation again. And off left side with the carries, Niles McKell staggers his way forward for a few yards. A gain of 4 on the carry saw him pick up a short yardage touchdown earlier in the game. It's White across the formation. They fake the handoff and fire it out quickly to the left to Perry Wood, who can't turn around in enough time. Great coverage by Kerry McLean. 3rd and 6, Byrne back to pass, and he gets rid of it quick to Spellman, who turns up field, but number 54 is right there. Kyrie Troop, the middle linebacker, to stop him. So a stout stand by the Cowboys defense. That's exactly what they need, and now the offense has to do their job. They've got to get some points on the board for this Cowboys team, and they got to do it in a hurry to have any chance of coming back from this one. Parsons going to punt it away from, looks like, his own 13-yard line. And that is a big booming punt that drops at the 10 and takes a roll into the end zone for another touchback. Parsons is just not getting the right bounce today. Here comes Von Peterson, the leading rusher for the NFC, the second leading rusher overall behind our very own Dalton Triplett. He's done about everything you can for the offense today. He's been catching a lot of passes out of the backfield. He's been making the best of his carries. And now he gets swarmed under by 4 different Sentinels defenders for a loss of 1, led by London Bates. The breakout superstar middle linebacker rookie last year had 164 tackles. He's at about 90 this year, so a big drop-off. Not sure if it's just a sophomore slump or changing schemes, or teams are game planning against him now, knowing that he's a factor in the middle. There's a run off right side, and going nowhere, there's London Bates. We just talked about him. For a gain of 1 is Von Peterson. 3rd and 10. Back to pass. Has time. Here comes the rush. He gets rid of it and slings it out of bounds. He had a man open. Looked like Nelson Knorr was open on the left side, or right side. Do they go for it here? I don't think so. They're down big. It is the 3rd quarter. They're backed up on their own territory, though, so you think they punt it away here for sure. It's not 4th down territory yet. Simpson getting a lot of work today. Punts it away to Kerr, who fields it at the 30, and going to try to make a man miss, but that's not going to happen. Kyrie Troop was all over it. So not much on the return for Kerr there. Here comes Dalton Triplett and the Sentinels offense. Probably going to see a lot of handoffs to Triplett late in the game with this big of a lead. And then maybe once he gets his 100 yards on the game, maybe see some backups check into the game. Byrne drops back to pass, and he hits the streaking receiver over the middle. That is... I'm trying to see the number. I didn't see that. It looked like 88, but I don't think that's correct. But it's a 6-yard gain. There's a run off right side. Triplett breaks an arm tackle and is just short of the 1st down. 3rd and inches. It was Terrence Durham, the backup tight end, on that catch, and he runs up the middle, powers through a tackle. Does Dalton Triplett? Is it enough? No, it's not. They just stopped him. Number 52, Kalik Larson, the 3rd-string middle linebacker, normally pressed into starting duty. The superstar 30-year-old veteran, showing he's still got some juice. Number 90 was there to help him out, too. Andrew Tepper, the left end. And that'll force another punt by Spencer Parsons. And he angles this one out of bounds. The wind really took that one. That was not a great punt. Goes out of bounds at the 29. So the wind playing games with Marion Jackson passing and Spencer Parsons punting. Jackson in shotgun. Back to pass. Here comes the rush. Pocket is closing, but has time. There was an open man, but can't get it to him. Very awkward throwing from Marion Jackson, and a handoff off right side. Denario Blanton is there, and Peterson goes down. Oh no, holding his shoulder. You don't want to see anyone go down with an injury, especially a star player, and he is walking off the field. Looks like he's shaking out his hand. It could be a stinger, but they're going to not take any chances with their star running back. Make sure he's okay. 3rd and 13, empty backfield for Marion Jackson. And he's going to fire it out to the right side. Ellis Silver hauls it in, but can't get by the tackle of Marquis Wyrick. 4th and 4. I think they're going to punt away one more time. Wyrick got spun around, but was able to have the wherewithal to stick with it and make the tackle as Ellis Silver tried to turn upfield. London Bates was there to help out. Denario Blanton also there. And this is a potentially undersized defense with lots of speed, so maybe that's why they don't hold up against the run as much. And that's exactly why in the draft, as you see, Kerr not taking the fair catch, and he paid for it. And maybe he's a hard learner. And once he gets his brain beat in a couple times, maybe he'll actually learn to fair catch it and not take those hard hits, the free shots. And here comes Kiefer Byrne and Dalton Triplett in the backfield with him. Fakes and does check it down to number 82. That's Parrish McCarthy, usually the third wide receiver. Picking up 4 on that short pass. Byrne drops back deep on the left side in a leaping attempt. I think he was going to Parrish McCarthy again, and he could not hold on. Not the most accurate pass, but that's a catch you have to make. You got your hands on it, you got to catch it. Byrne, pocket collapsing, sticks with it. Over the middle deep is Mark Spellman for another big catch. And that's the advantage of being 6'6". He's able to get it over the head of number 28, Luther Kirkland. And Spellman is the weapon they thought he would be at the tight end position. His speed translates well. He's a mismatch monster. There's not going to be too many linebackers that could stick with him. And pushing the ball near midfield now is the Sentinels. Byrne over the middle again. That's Donnell White, just shy of the 50-yard marker. And 1 yard to go for a first down. 3 men in the backfield. All kinds of weirdness. And Dalton Triplett can't get anywhere. You'd think with all those people in the backfield, somebody would throw a block, but that's... Malcolm Goddard with the tackle for a loss. Starting right outside linebacker. Nobody picked him up. And the third quarter is going to end with the Sentinels up big, 31-7. We got Byrne on the cusp of a 300-yard game in back-to-back games. Dalton Triplett threatening to go over 100 yards again. And there's a carry up the middle, and plenty of room for a first down and more. Dalton Triplett with 85 yards on the game so far on 17 carries. And there you see the acceleration just burst through the hole. At number 68 trying to throw a block for him downfield, but Triplett got out in front of him. There's a handoff up the middle to Tyson Kerr, who doesn't get much, if anything. There's Goddard in for another stop for no gain. Triplett stepping back in to the backfield. Spellman goes in motion. And there's a handoff off right side. Triplett picks up a few off right side. Number 52, Kalik Larson on the stop. A gain of 4. Byrne back to pass. And has time, finds his man, Perry Wood, for another first down reception. Nice to see Perry Wood getting worked back into this offense. 6 catches, 65 yards. You went over 100 yards just a game ago. Already has a touchdown on the game. He's a talented big receiver. And he plays his role well on this team. He was kind of out of his role as a number 1 receiver. He's not a true 1 receiver. And there's a handoff up the middle. Looks like Niles McKell weaving his way through for a gain of 3. Doesn't have that top-end speed. Byrne dancing around in the pocket and tries to hook up with Donnell White, who can't hold on to it. So inside the red zone, 3rd and 7. Byrne back to pass. Plenty of time. To Spellman on the right side. Can't get enough for a first down. 4th and 3. You got to expect Wes McGuire is coming onto the field to add 3 to the lead, potentially. That pass was right on the money, but just ran out of real estate, and a good play by number 33, Sean Wood, the slot corner, pushing him out of bounds and stopping a first down gain. McGuire on for what looks to be not much more than an extra point here. And they fake it. Kaplan fires it to the end zone, an interception. Number 50 gets a gift, Eli Hunt. And an ill-advised play. They were throwing it to number 72, an offensive lineman. I'm not so sure how well that would have turned out for them. That's C.J. Radovich, the starting left tackle, reporting as an eligible receiver. And not a high percentage play there. They could have had easy 3 points. But Shaq Hennessy, usually a conservative coach, tries to throw in a wrinkle, and it didn't work at all. There's a handoff up the middle, and Ellis Silver is going to get a lot of carries here now that Von Peterson is out. 2nd and 4. And they pass it to him out of the backfield, and he picks up a first down with that reception. And with just over 10 minutes to go in the quarter, you got to think there's going to be a lot of passing here. But nope, they hand off to Silver up the middle, and he's got a lane. And he gets popped. And now, nope, that was Stanley Copeland, the third running back, and he goes down with an injury. So they're down to 1 running back and the fullback, Theo Graves. But Copeland, you see him over on the sideline shaking up a little bit. Looks like he'll be fine and will come back into the game. That's good news for the Cowboys. 2nd and inches now. They hand off up the middle. They got the first down. London Bates for the tackle on a short gain for Ellis Silver. See, they've only allowed 50 yards on the ground, but they are susceptible to letting up a huge run play at any moment. Back to pass. Over the middle and can't connect. Marion Jackson having all kinds of trouble today. All kinds of time. Heaves it deep towards the end zone. Has a man deep, but overthrows. That is Nelson Knorr and Nate Youngblood, the strong safety, with the coverage. 3rd and 10. And there's a handoff up the middle to the fullback, Theo Graves. He's not going to pick up much, just 3 yards. At midfield, just about is it 4-down territory. I mean, you got to get points on the board at some point, or do you just concede the loss? They do need 7 yards. They are going to go for it. 4th and 7. Not much of a choice. Fakes the handoff, has time, over to the left side, and overthrows the receiver. Looked like Ron Samuel, perhaps, number 82. Zaire Witherspoon with the coverage. Nope, that was 85. Nelson Knorr, his intended receiver. Here comes Kiefer Byrne. On the cusp of a 300-yard ball game. I don't think he's going to pass the ball too much. I think that's Tyson Kerr in the backfield with the handoff up the middle. Oh, nope, Niles McKell. He's going to pick up 2. So McKell getting a boatload of getting the bulk of the carries now in power formation. And they fake the handoff to him. Byrne has all kinds of time. Throws it deep to the right side. The leap and catch. Mark Spellman. And that's a 300-yard ball game for Kiefer Byrne in back-to-back games. Only has 1 passing touchdown, but that's 100 yards for Mark Spellman. I believe that's his first 100-yard game. Just some deep passes over the middle of the field. He out-leaps Devontae Boss, a very talented corner. But again, sometimes it's just a matter of size. And that is McKell in the backfield again. Tomlinson. And off the right side, powers his way forward. McKell picks up, looks like 7 off right side. It's Kyrie Troop, number 54. Inside the red zone, 2nd and 2. There's Triplett in the backfield again. Back to pass is Byrne. Check down pass to 84, Mark Spellman for a first down. Give him 8 catches for 108 yards. It's Devontae Boss on the tackle with some backup insurance from Kyrie Troop. Troop's been all over the field. Got to give him some credit for filling in for the star player Donnell Charles, who's out with the injury. Jumbo package here. And a run off right side, and cutting back up the middle is Niles McKell for nearly a first down and another touchdown. See number 44 Tomlinson leading the way, the fullback, doing his job. And they're going to go jumbo again. And they fake the handoff. Here comes the rush over the middle and caught by an offensive lineman. What in the world? Ladies and gentlemen, first for the all Orlando Sentinels, that is the backup left tackle Jordan Hicks, reporting as a tight end eligible in the goal line offense, and he is able to work his way open and catch his first touchdown of his career. On for the PAT is Wes McGuire, and it is a huge 38-7 blowout late in the fourth quarter. And we've seen all kinds of things from Shaq Hennessy today. A fake punt that led to an interception from the veteran quarterback, Kerry Kaplan. An offensive lineman going for a pass over the middle in the end zone for a touchdown. And Wes McGuire boots it deep, fielded at about the 3. Ellis Silver runs it out to the 27, 28. So the Cowboys are going to set up shop and play for pride, as this game is just about over. I thought it was going to be much closer than this when I looked at their numbers and looked at the players, but the Sentinels defense just having their way with this offensive line, and the offense, they've rattled Marion Jackson, who you see just can't connect with his receivers. He's got open guys, it's just the accuracy is not there today. 2nd and 10. Back to pass one more time. Has all kinds of time. Over the middle finally. That's Ron Samuel, the talented tight end, for a big gain over the middle. His 3rd catch for 57 yards. Right on the money. And Virgil Hyde, the veteran former Columbus Explorer, star corner in the league for a long time, but at age 34 is probably seeing his playing days come to a wane. He is a 3rd, 4th string corner for the Sentinels team who are just trying to shore up their secondary. And out to the right side, Aaron Kershaw bats it away for an incomplete pass. 2nd and 10, near midfield. Bobbles the handoff, and it goes, or the snap. Handoff goes to Ellis Silver up the middle. Not much going there. Third and 9, here comes the rush. He's got time over the middle and batted away. London Bates with the coverage over the middle. They're probably going to go for it here, I would assume. What have you got to lose at this point? You see who he was going for over the middle, but jumping the route was London Bates. And their punter, Simpson, might have a sore leg, and that's bobbled snap. It's blocked. Looks like LaMarcus Blades on the block, and Andrew Stringer on the recovery. Blades has done that a number of times this year. I think that's his third block on the season, so he's really figured out something on special teams coming off that edge. Blocking punts, and that's something you can't have, and just execute. If you're losing, at least execute properly. Sorry if you heard that Velcro. That is my brace on my elbow. I have to adjust here and there. I formation, Tomlinson the tailback. They're going to hand it off to him up the middle. He cuts it back off right side. And that is a gain of 7. And he's just shy of 100 yards on the game. Single back, burn pump fake over the middle deep. And leaping catch. Perry Wood, number 86, deep over the middle. It's 1st and goal with 3 to go. What are we going to see from Shaq Hennessy this time? He's already thrown a touchdown to an offensive lineman. Just a great catch in traffic from Perry Wood. We've seen it all season long. We saw it last season too. Gets the snap, drops back, all kinds of time, back of the end zone, touchdown! Donnell White. And it is officially a rout, if it wasn't already before. 44 points on the board. And White was able to run away from the defender, 47. The strong safety just not back there in enough time. Byrne was able to find him. Make the quick throw. Here comes Wes McGuire for the PAT. Well, maybe, you never know, maybe Shaq Hennessy will fake this one too, but no. The PAT is up and good, and it's a 45-7 blowout with just under 4 minutes to go in the game. And it's time to pose in Orlando. This game's, for all intents and purposes, over. McGuire to kick it away. Fielded at about the 7 by Ellis Silver. And he'll be down at the 26. Aaron Posey in on that stop. Can the Cowboys muster anything on offense? Jackson back to pass over the middle, completes it to Silver, who lowers his head and powers his way through for a few more yards after the catch. A gain of 9. Nice play and effort from Ellis Silver. Out to the right and overthrows the tight end Ron Samuel. Very silky smooth receiving tight end. Seen a lot of those the last couple games. Here comes the rush. He gets it away to Silver out of the backfield, just enough for a first down to continue the drive. Dallas does have all their timeouts, but with 3 minutes to go in the game, it's probably not going to matter that much when you're down this much. You gotta get about 4 touchdowns in 3 minutes. I mean, nothing is impossible, but that's probably as close to the definition of impossible as you could get. Jackson has all kinds of time. Out to the left to the tight end, Ron Samuel, sorry. Had a hiccup there. That's his 4th catch. And over the middle connects. And taking some big pops over the middle is Travis McFadden. McDaniel? Travis McFadden had it right the first time. I was trying to go on memory, and I just proved why I shouldn't. So they are across midfield now at the 2-minute warning. Empty backfield for Marion Jackson. He's got time and finds his man for a first down. Spins through the tackle. Nelson Norn for a gain of about 15. And Jackson finally finding some success. Here comes the rush, but doesn't get there in time. And number 88, Dwayne Murray, the veteran, able to make a first down reception inside the red zone today for one of the first times. And he overthrows his receiver. He had Dwayne Murray over the middle again, open. Setting up the screen. It's complete to the fullback, Theo Graves, who picks up about 6 on the screen. Ran out of bounds by the corner. Marquis Wyrick going to the end zone, deep in the back of the end zone, and out of bounds. No touchdown. So he's almost got 300 yards on the game, but it hasn't been a very effective 300 yards. He's got a turnover. No touchdowns. So a lot of yards, but no points. And that's kind of been the MO for the Sentinels defense when it was working right. And they're going to fake a PAT, and they run for the touchdown. Number 13, the backup quarterback, Kerry Metcalf, who does have speed. And he takes a snap and just catches the Sentinels sleeping. And in a blowout game like this, you don't think there's too much that Hennessy would be upset about, but that is definitely one thing right there. As a desperation play leads to a touchdown for the Cowboys. Give credit to Arthur Bay to dial that one up. It caught the Sentinels snapping, and there you see Hennessy talking to a star linebacker. What in the world is going on? The Metcalf got the snap, got up and ran with it, and nobody was there to stop him. He had a free run to the end zone. So give credit to the Cowboys as Kerr takes this one out of the end zone and cuts it back. Wiggles his way out to the 25, so just the same as a touchback. But you know Kerr is going to take the ball and run with it every single chance he gets, sometimes, as we said before, to his own detriment, especially on punt returns when he should be waving for a fair catch. He'll just take it and get hit by 2 or 3 people. He doesn't seem to care. Jumbo package, that's Niles McKell up the middle, and he's got some room, powers his way forward for a first down. Some promising looking running from this young backfield. McKell was an afterthought. He was an undrafted free agent that they picked up, and they weren't sure if he was going to secure the power back spot in short yardage and goal line carries. So they brought in another veteran power runner, Lee Kemp, and McKell just beat him out and has been paying dividends. 16 seconds left to go. There's a handoff to Triplett, and he's going to get met in the backfield, so he's not going to meet 100 yards today. 20 rushes for 93 yards and a touchdown. And the first time we've called Abdul Amos's name was not fooled on that counterplay at all. That's going to end it here in Orlando. The Sentinels come up big with a 45-17 victory. Arthur Bay is disgusted. That's back-to-back losses for him. Now they fall to 7-5. The Sentinels move to 9-3 on the season. And the passing yards, but the rushing yards was the big story. All hands on deck for the rushing attack from the Sentinels to put up 215 yards as opposed to the 54 yards by the Cowboys. That was one of their strengths coming into the game, was their ground game. And their leading rusher, Von Peterson, went out with an injury. We're going to have to see just what that injury was and how severe. Kiefer Byrne, we thought he had one of his best games last week. Well, this game, even better. 31 for 46, nearly 350 yards, 3 touchdowns, including 1 to a lineman. That was something I've never seen before. I mean, I've seen it in the NFL here and there, but not for this team. Marion Jackson, who is, like I said, one of the leading passers as far as yardage and touchdowns on the season go, does not throw many interceptions either. Threw one today with no touchdowns. He did put up a lot of yards, but you could see all game long just missing receivers. Kerry Kaplan on that fake play threw an interception that ill-advised. On the ground, Dalton Triplett, 20 for 93, 1 touchdown. nearly 5 yards to carry. Von Peterson not finding any success whatsoever. This rush defense, which is normally porous for the Sentinels, really clamped down. Peterson 13 to 24 and got injured. Niles McKell 9 for 46 with that goal line touchdown run. Ellis Silver, serviceable job in backup duty. Tyson Kerr took off for a 70-yard touchdown run and didn't do much after that. 5 carries, 73 yards. Those are some behind the line of scrimmage lateral passes to Donnell White for 2 yards. Theo Graves caught a screen pass for 3 yards. Copeland caught a pass and he exited the game early. Perry Wood again, one of those short yardage passes, and same for Nelson Knorr. Mark Spellman with 108 yards but no touchdowns. Perry Wood 7 for 88 and a touchdown. Donnell White 6 for 61 and 1 touchdown. Von Peterson caught a lot of passes out of the backfield, as the slot receiver Dwayne Murray, a big factor in the Cowboys' attack. The number 1 receiver Travis McFadden was held in check. Aaron Kershaw shutting him down. Ellis Silver caught some passes out of the backfield, as well as Dalton Triplett, who normally sees a heavy dose of passes. Nelson Knorr, Ron Samuel, the tight end, Ricky LaMontagne, a couple of catches. John Hicks, the left tackle, 1 catch, 2 yards for a touchdown. Theo Graves, the fullback, Parrish McCarthy, Terrence Durham, Jamal Carman, Marshawn Morton, Tyson Kerr, and Sean Wood. Sacks given up. Dallas, Ron Samuel, the tight end. Orlando, Jeremiah Spriggs let up 1, and Rhett Peralta, the very good left tackle. He's one of the best in the game, but let up a sack today. Defensively, the Sentinels, Denario Blanton once again leading the way in tackles with 14, having an outstanding breakout season. London Bates was right behind him with 10. Wyrick and Kershaw with 7 apiece. Blades with 6. Youngblood and Hyde with 4 apiece. Hunt, Witherspoon, Madsen all with 3. Kent Kendall, Bertavius Baber, Jason McKnight, Andrew Stringer, and Terrence Durham all with 2. Posey, Lennox Steven, Sheldon Bates, Orlando Bolware all with 1. Don't know why Donnell White's up there. Tackles for loss, Bates, Baber, Wyrick, Kershaw, and Blanton all with 1. Sacks, Vernon Hunt had 2. Houston Madsen with 1. Sheldon Bates didn't get 1 this week. That's Aaron Kershaw with his 2nd interception of the season. It happened early in the game, and that led to direct points for the Sentinels on offense. Passes defended, London Bates with 2. Donnell White, Aaron Kershaw, and Denario Blanton with 1. I don't know how Donnell White gets credit for a pass defended. He doesn't play defense at all. He's not on special teams, and they're not passing on special teams anyway, usually. He had a fumble recovery from Lennox Steven. That was on the blocked punt, so it was... Lamarcus Blades, number 42, with the blocked punt and the recovery by Lennox Steven. No safeties, no defensive touchdowns. Wes McGuire did not have that many opportunities to kick field goals, but he was perfect on the 49-yard attempt. If it was 50, who knows? He might have missed it. He's perfect on his extra points. Parsons, lots of punts for long yardage today. The wind was blowing like crazy. Had 1 inside the 20 with 4 touchbacks. Kick return, Kerr, 3 for 72. Punt return, 4 for 11, as he is wont to do. Seen some totals for the Cowboys. See their defense. Leading tackler was Kyrie Troop, Devontae Boss, Darrell Walls, Luther Kirkland, Kalika Larson, Sean Wood. The defense was on the field a lot, so a lot of tackles for them. Kerry McLean, tackles for loss. Tepper and Larson with 2. Amos, Goddard, Taylor, Person, and Wood all with 1. Sacks, only 1 allowed, which is a rarity for this offensive line, and Kiefer Byrne. It was Devon Silver. 1 interception on that ill-advised fake. I don't know what Shaq Hennessy was thinking, but I guess he was practicing something just in case they needed it. And maybe we'll put that one back in the pocket as Eli Hunt picked it off. Deflections, McLean with 3, McFadden, Walls, Wood, and Troop all with 1. There were no fumbles. Their kicking game, Brent Simpson, the punter. Brian Holt, no attempts for a field goal, but was perfect on his extra points. The punter was busy today with kickoff duties and punting. 11 punts, 550 yards. 1 block, 3 inside the 20, and 5 touchbacks. Kick return, Ellis Silver. Pedestrian 5 for 104. Punt returns, none. That's going to do it for this week's game. I'm going to go in the highlights and pick out a nice thumbnail for an image for the game. I think I might have to focus on Kiefer Byrne, who had a fantastic game one more time, and this is what I think Shaq Hennessy envisioned when he came to the team and thought Kiefer Byrne was this kind of quarterback. We still see some mistakes here and there, some hiccups where he'll hold on to the ball too long, but he seems to be willing to get rid of it again and test defenses downfield. He was a little bit gun-shy of doing that earlier, and he was content to check down, and it would lead to all kinds of long yardage third down plays, and then he'd check it down again for 1 or 2 yards when he needs 8 or 10 or more. So this is a positive development. He's now got 10 passing touchdowns on the season to his 6 interceptions, so still not a great ratio, but trending in the right direction, and this is going to force an interesting decision. Next year will be his last year of his rookie contract, and the Sentinels are going to have to make a hard choice if he keeps playing like this and he makes a deep playoff run, to pay him the money and make him the man in Orlando, or look for his replacement, whoever that might be. But 2 games does not a franchise player make. So I want to thank you all. I've noticed this last episode has gotten 31 or more views, which may not sound like a lot to some people, but that is a lot for me. Almost double what I normally get, so I don't know who is spreading the word and who's joining me, but I want to thank you if you are spreading the word for me. I'm going to need some of that because somehow my Twitter account got locked. I guess I've been a little critical of Madden 22, so maybe EA Sports is taking a hit out on me. It's not like I cursed anybody out or anything like that. I just told them that their game was trash, which admittedly, I think a lot of people would admit it is. I'm being a little cheeky with my thumbnails where I'm spray painting out the Madden 20 logo and making it 22, and I'll tell you why, straight up honestly. I play on PC. So Madden 21 for PC was a direct port of Madden 20, just with some colorful skins. There wasn't really much that changed with the game. They can say they changed it, but I didn't see any. And Madden 22, all those new features that they said that were coming, and some of them were broken, like halftime adjustments, they said none of that is coming to PC, so none of the new features are coming. The scouting, I don't know if that's supposed to come through, but they're saying none of the new next-gen features that they're bringing into this game for consoles are coming to PC. So this game is quite literally Madden 21 and Madden 22. The only difference is the roster, and since I'm playing with a fantasy roster anyway, I've gotten all the real NFL players out of the game. I don't care. It's the same game, and I'm glad I haven't bought Madden 21 or 22, because that's $120 or more I've saved for the same game. And as much as I love football and love Madden over the years, they have really got to step up their game and deliver a game that lives up to the title. They have gone complacent with their current games since buying out the NFL official license and not allowing any other competition to come in and make a better game or make another game to even challenge them. They've done whatever they want. They've focused on microtransaction MUT mode and ignored franchise mode for over a decade, and when they did get back to it, they kind of took half measures, and it's an old engine. The Frostbite engine is terrible, and they keep trying to add more to it. It can't handle it. They're using old code. The only way that you can have legacy issues in this game from 10 years ago is if you're using the same code. Otherwise, they wouldn't be called legacy issues, and you wouldn't have the same ones over and over again. They need to tear this game down, start all over from scratch, get a brand new engine, get some programmers in there that know what they're doing, and really focus on this game and invest in it again, because I'm not buying another Madden until they do. If you like Madden, you like MUT mode, you go for it. I'm not going to knock on you. But if you're getting fed up, don't buy the game. because they're not going to change it. They keep making money hand over fist. They see no reason to change things. They can do whatever they want, and people are still going to buy their game. They're going to keep doing it. That's just simple logic. Why invest money in something if you can just churn out the same thing over and over again and still make millions, or billions in their case? That's my rant. Sorry. Let's see. I don't want to end this because I want to get the highlight. And so I'm going to end the video now. I know it's getting probably close to 2 hours. But again, comment, like, subscribe if you haven't, if you would please. Even if you don't like it, you can put a dislike on my channel. I don't care. And excuse me, YouTube doesn't care either. They're just looking at overall interaction. So like, dislike, comments especially. Let me know what you think of the Sentinels. Let me know what you think of the series. Let me know what you think of me. Do I have a terrible voice? Am I stupid? Well, I'd rather you not call me that, but I am working on my play-by-play calling. I think I'm getting a little bit better. I'm not perfect by any stretch. I'm new to this game. So I just hope I'm making it interesting. In the first season, I tried to add a lot of kind of like role-playing elements, player interactions. I had the disgruntled veteran who got benched because he just wasn't producing on the field. Some rookie stepped up. He got angry. I had him make a Twitter post that he wanted to get traded, and he didn't tell the team this. He just went straight to social media. That irked Hennessy, who was kind of a throwback coach, and was like, we like to handle things in-house. He demanded to be released or traded, and they couldn't find any takers. They released him, and now you've seen the progression of Donnell White. So Hennessy was right. Donnell White has stepped up, and that player is no longer in the league. He got picked up by the Portland Snowhawks. He was last on the depth chart on their team, so he didn't get to play on that team either, and now he's out of the league. So Hennessy was definitely right on that call. We've had Tanner Malone demand a big money contract for last season. He got traded away because the Sentinels just didn't see the value. They didn't think he was a franchise player on defense, and it turned out he is a one-year wonder thus far. He does have 2.5 sacks now in the season. He was stuck at 1.5, so he's finally picked up another sack near the end of the season. He is a free agent, so I don't know if the Elks are going to pick him back up. But I'm looking to see other ways to make it more like an actual football league. Players get disgruntled and upset. If Byrne didn't turn things around, there could be a quarterback controversy coming up, but with the play of Kerry Kaplan and Byrne turning it around, there's not really much to go on there. Defensively speaking, yeah, they're terrible against the run for whatever reason. I haven't figured that out. They just can't seem to stop it. They did well this game, but I told you they're last in the league by far and away. I think they let up about 200 to 300 more yards than the next closest team on defense as far as rushing goes. But they shut down the pass. It may not look like it this game. They did allow almost 300 yards, but they don't let up passing yards as a whole. So, thanks again, everybody. Please, if you viewed the last episode and liked it, please come back and let your friends know that I got a decent franchise going here. Pop it out on Twitter for me, because I can't right now. And I will check you here as soon as I possibly can with another episode. I'm looking to do at least one a week, if not more than that, but it depends on how my arm's feeling and how my life is actually going. Sometimes it gets real busy here, and I can't always pump things out like I want to. Thanks again. We'll see you next time here on Ben's Corner with the continuing saga of the Orlando Sentinels. They have a 4-game winning streak. This is their first big blowout win in some time, where they just got on the board, put the foot on the pedal of the gas, and did not let up. And it was great to see. Shaq Hennessy's got to be feeling good, especially this time of year, as it's getting to crunch time for the playoffs, and they're getting hot right at the right time. Can they keep it up? They got a tough schedule coming up. We'll go over that next episode. Thanks again, everybody. Appreciate you.